Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. A huge week ahead. Donald Trump is furious. He's angry, going to war with everyone. He started a war in Iran, didn't tell anyone, then told everybody, we don't need you. We don't need you to win a war we've already won. Said to the British they weren't even involved in Afghanistan when bodies were being brought back to the UK. Special forces were being brought back in coffins. Upset everybody there. Then he said, we don't need anyone to join in a war we've already won. And then he pivots and says, we need the United Nations and NATO and everyone in Europe to join us. And then he says, you will join us. Wow, a lot of upset in Europe and in Britain and around the world in a war no one started. And apart from Trump, they are furious with him. What is going on? It's going to be a very volatile week. As you can see, I'm beating the market again. We're up again. And this week, we're going to make tons of money. My portfolio has been reduced. I've taken some money out for paying taxes. We would be over 300,000 just in the brokerage and about 700,000 now invested. But I'm taking some money out. Let me break down the FOMC week. We've got a massive week ahead. We've got XRP preparing to break out. We've got our training course about to begin. We've got the newsletter exploding. We've got Discord, all my trades exploding, over 700 members now. Everything is happening this week. So let's break down the FOMC report and let's get ready for a huge week where the opportunities are just raining out of the sky. So tap the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, volatility and all of this presents opportunity. So welcome back to the show. It's lovely to have you here. Let's get straight into it. Are you ready? Let's go. It's a big week ahead. In fact, it's a huge week ahead. Markets are nervous. Traders are watching, investors are waiting, and on Wednesday, the Federal Reserve will make its move. The big question, what will they do? Raise rates, hold rates, or cut rates? And it's not just the Federal Reserve, it's happening all around the world. Everyone, I think Sensei mentioned on his show a few moments ago, 9 different reserves giving their details and their rate decisions. Rate cuts or right now, that decision lands with so many people, so many institutions around the world. There's so much uncertainty, anything could happen. So because of the war in Iran is still raging and intensifying, oil is moving, volatility is rising, risk is back, and markets know it. This morning, this afternoon, this evening, wherever you are around the world, we are getting prepared. We get ready. We talk scenarios, we talk risk, we talk opportunity, and most importantly, we make a plan. That is why I'm up again today, beating the market again. All of my trades shared for you on Discord and on YouTube, Electrum. And across Discord, you'll be hearing the buzz all week, and there'll be special deals, special offers for the newsletter and the training course. It's all coming, exclusive perks for everyone. Plus, we're giving away Luca coins, which unlock certain perks. You want to be part of Discord, want to be part of the newsletter, you want to see what's going on this week. It's going to be very, very exciting. So let's set the scene. Let's get ready. This is not a normal week. This is one of those weeks where one headline can move everything. Stocks can swing, oil can spike, bond yields can jump, gold can run, the dollar can move, and sentiment can flip very quickly. So if you're trading this week or investing this week, you need clarity, you need discipline, and you need a framework. Not emotion, not panic, not guessing, a framework. And that is what we're bringing you today. Because when uncertainty rises, the market punishes anyone unprepared. Now, why does all this matter? Well, the Fed matters because rates matter. Rates drive liquidity. Rates drive borrowing. Rates drive confidence. Rates influence stocks. Rates influence housing. Rates influence business spending. You get the idea. Rates influence everything. And when the Fed speaks, markets listen. Especially this week. Every word matters, every pause matters, every signal matters, especially now because inflation fears have not vanished. In fact, they're on the way back. Growth concerns have not vanished. In fact, they're on the way back. Geopolitical risk is back and accelerating. At the center of all of this, of course, is Iran. Let's go into Iran right now. Trump said, we're winning the war. We don't need anyone to join a war we've already won. Now he's saying we can't win it without the United Nations, without NATO, without Britain, without Europe. Come back and help us. When they said behind the scenes, forget it, mate. You called us all idiots, said we wasn't welcome, and now you need us. Now they're refusing. The Prime Minister of United Kingdom this morning said we're not jumping in to protecting the Straits of Hormuz because Donald Trump demands us to. Donald Trump isn't the emperor of the world. They're saying no. You told us you didn't need us. You started the war. Now you can't win it without us. This is a very dangerous time for the world. I can't even imagine a time in history where it was worse. So let's focus on Iran and how we can trade it as investors. We can't stop the war, but we can certainly make a lot of money. Iran, the story is not isolated. It is connected to oil, connected to inflation, connected to confidence, connected to risk appetite, and connected to the Fed. When conflict intensifies, energy markets react. Traders price risk. Supply fears rise. Oil moves higher. And when oil rises, inflation pressures return. That matters deeply for central banks because the Fed may want flexibility, but energy shocks can complicate everything. A hotter oil market can make inflation look stickier, even when demand is slowing elsewhere. And that is the policy trap. So what does the Fed do? The Fed's dilemma. Where do they go? What do they do? How do they pivot? How do they react to all of this? This is their dilemma. The Fed faces, if they stay tight, they risk pressure on growth, on credit, on consumers, on business confidence. However, if they cut, they risk looking too early, too soft, too worried, or behind inflation. If they hold, they buy time, but they also signal caution. And markets then ask, why so cautious? Now you can see today I'm beating the market again. We're up again. I've got two more trades. Can you see the 230 trades, the 225 wins? Over the weekend, I traded for you two more lots, Ethereum and XRP. We're going to change it to 232 and 227. Another two wins, two lots. Boom, there's the update. You see it there? If you want all my trades, if you want to know what I'm trading, I'm always winning. I share everything with you, one-on-one support on Discord. I will admit you onto the service live and onboard you this morning live on the show. You have to go through an interview process. It takes a few minutes. It's to verify you, make sure that you're a good fit for our server. We don't let anybody in. It's invitation only, and we also interview you. We only have serious investors, no AI, no bots, no trolls. Just investors that want to make money. Talk to me and the team directly, one-on-one. Plus, you get all the perks of the newsletter. You get the perks of the training course. It's all built in to our ecosystem community on Discord and the newsletter, all right? So here is Discord. It's 90% discount. It's only a couple of bucks for entry level. I will tell you, though, most people go pro, which is just $4.99. I don't make money from my Discord. I don't need to. I make it from investing and trading. I'm providing a service so you can follow my trades, not follow me blindly, just see what I'm doing. I just share with you my life, my bank balance, my trades, all live on the show and on Discord and Electrum 24/7. There's the link. I'll give it to you again. There's the link for YouTube Electrum, where I share the trades as well. If you prefer getting it on YouTube, the choice is yours. Okay. All right. Once you get that, I'll check you in a few moments. I'll see if you've requested to come in. I will send you your interview process. Take a few minutes, watch a small little video, and then answer the questions, and then come in and choose your membership. You've got a few minutes to choose the membership. If you don't, you'll be kicked from the server, because we'll assume that you are a scammer or a time waster. So, all of this is a dilemma for the Fed right now. As I say, too soft, too worried, or behind inflation. If they hold, they buy time, but they also signal caution. And markets then ask, why so cautious? What do you see? What are they fearing? So this meeting is about rates. It's also about messaging, and the tone matters. Language matters. Guidance matters. The press conference afterwards is even more important, where we get what's not being said and how people react, the hidden codes, the words. The press conference may matter more than the rate itself. We often talk about that. So, scenario one, let's break it all down so you know how to react to this, and then you too can win. We're always winning. If you look at the S&P today, that's the benchmark we compare ourselves to. It's up 0.95 today. I am up 1.15. We're beating the market again. And if you can consistently beat the S&P 500, well, it doesn't get much better than that. So, scenario one. By the way, has everyone tapped the like button? Have you all done that? Shall we take a break for a moment to get everyone tap the like button? I think we should. I'm bringing you way too much good information. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a break for 1 minute. And we're going to get, how many have we got watching? We're going to get 150 likes in 1 minute. It's a huge week. Are you ready? Let's bring it on. 1 minute. We're going to ring the bell. We got a big day today, a big week ahead. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Before we carry on, 150 likes. Let's go. All right, let's bring it in. Let's turn the music down a little bit. There you go. How many likes do we have? We're starting off with, oh, hello. I just blown the screen up. Oops. Oh, hang on a minute, folks. I've just blown the screen up. Oh my gosh, you won't believe what I've just done. That's not good. That's not good. Oh my God. How the heck did I do that? I fixed it. That was scary. Let's try that again. All right, we have 35 likes. Let's refresh the screen. We want 150 in 1 minute, and then we carry on with part two. The scenarios, break it down. Bloody hell, that was quick. How the hell do we do that? 110 in 1 second. Well, that was surprising. All right, 150, 40 more to go. Tap the like button, and then we'll go on to the scenarios of how you can trade this. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. Are you ready? Consider subscribing. This is important. You ready? Let's see how many people subscribed this morning. We're going all the way to 500,000 this year and 1 million by the end of next year. Let's have a look. Have we moved? 112,200 this morning. Rock and roll. Become a subscriber. Be part of the family. I'm loving it. All right. Are we there yet? Are we there yet, Mum? Are we there yet, Dad? All right, 110. The song's coming to an end. We need 150 for the scenarios. Come on, let's rock and roll. 139. 11 more to go, and we can move on with the story. There's the music. Did we do it? We can't give it a cheer yet. It's gone very quiet in the studio. Are we at 150? Because if we are, we move on to scenario 1 and 2. Let's have a look. We've got to be close. 150 is a really hard ask because 50% of you aren't signed into Google. Our Asian audience, for some reason, don't sign to Google. Just the way it is. Don't ask me why. No idea. They don't trust the service, I guess. 144. 144. Come on. We can do 150 and then we carry on. Let's have a look. 147. 147. 3 more people watching. Tap the like button and then we go on with the scenario. We've got to be close. Go on. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 151. We did it. Let's carry on. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, let's carry on. So, scenario number 1. They hold rates. Imagine the Fed holds rates. Would that be good? Would that be bad? Would that suit you? Will it affect the market? Well, let's break it down. Scenario 1, they hold rates. This is probably the base case. And if they hold, the first reaction could be relief. The first reaction could be relief. No surprise, no shock, no sudden pivot. But the real question would come after. How do they sound? Do they sound calm? Do they sound worried? Do they sound hawkish or do they sound flexible? Because a hold can mean stability or hesitation. And markets will try to decode that instantly. If they hold and sound cautious, stocks may wobble because caution can imply slower growth ahead. If they hold and sound balanced, markets may settle at least temporarily. If they hold but mention inflation risks from oil, then yields may rise and risk assets may struggle to even hold. This is not simple. There are lots of hurdles, but if you understand all of this and you play it wisely, it's very easy to make money. The hard part is to keep it. Scenario 2, they cut rates. Imagine they cut rates. I don't think there's a chance in hell they'll cut rates, but imagine they do. Now, this would be the bigger surprise and the markets would have to decide how to interpret it. At first glance, a cut sounds bullish. Lower rates support liquidity. I know our crypto audience would love that. But selfishly and greedily, you're looking out for yourself, you'd end up losing. Because if we think as individuals, we lose. If we think as a team, we win. You've got to have the whole market going up. You've got to have everything working. You can't have one sector explode and everything else bad. It doesn't work that way. Initially and then dumps quickly. So lower rates would support liquidity. It would support valuations, support risk appetite. That is the theory. But in reality, things are different. A surprise cut can also scare investors. Now, gamblers and speculators would think the world was just like the best thing in the world. You'd think, oh my God, this is great. We're all going to get rich on crypto. However, real investors, those that understand the macro conditions, the wider implications, would be concerned and the market would dump. It would scare investors because then people ask, why now? What broke? What happened? What are they saying? Are they worried about growth, about stress, about credit markets, about financial stability? Remember, way bigger than the stock market, way bigger than your favorite crypto is the bond market. You don't care about it, you don't understand it, but that will drive everything. So no matter whether you think it's great getting rate cuts and your favorite binky bonk fart coin is looking exciting, for about 3 seconds it will, and then the real decision from the real money will come in. So you're not going to beat the system with that. So a cut could trigger a short rally. Yeah, could be seconds, could be minutes. Then a rethink, then volatility, especially if traders believe the Fed is reacting to something worsening beneath the surface. That is why a cut is not automatically bullish. It depends entirely on the reason and the message. I promised you scenario 1, 2, and 3. Here is 3. Has everyone tapped the like button? We are very close this morning to a record at this time of the day. If we get 200 likes, that's 17 more. We've hit a record for this time of the day. Before 8 o'clock to have 200 likes, let's do it. Everyone, smash the like button. Come on. We want 17 more likes and we hit an all-time record. Go.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony. Until one day, a young man catches fire. This
60.
is Phoenix.
All-time record. We've got 1.5 minutes. 3 to go. There we go. We did it. Absolutely fantastic. That's an all-time record. Thank you very much, everybody. An all-time record was achieved this morning. 200 likes before 8 o'clock. That's absolutely wonderful on the opening bell show. Absolutely awesome. So, as promised, here is scenario 3. This is incredible, actually, because we've only got 356 watching, which means everybody who signed in has liked the live stream. Absolutely incredible. We've never had a 100% like rate. That's amazing. That's an all-time record before 8 o'clock this morning. All right, so scenario 3. Scenario number 3. They raise rates. Now, this feels like the least likely. It is, I agree, but we still have to discuss it because anything is possible. In some scenarios, in some worlds, we should raise rates because inflation is sticky. Inflation is going up. Uncertainty is going up. Jobs perhaps can support it. There is an excuse to raise rates. Trump won't like it, but as we've seen this morning, Trump went to war. He decided, didn't ask anyone, didn't tell anyone, did it, then told everybody around the world, we don't need you now in a war we've already won. And now he's saying, we need you. And they're all going, stuff you, mate. We're not being told we have to join in when you said we weren't welcome and you'd already won. Now he's demanding they win. And it's like, you're not the emperor of the world. What the hell is going on? So we've got a huge week ahead of us, and I think most people are overlooking at it. I think a lot of people in America think Trump has won the war when he hasn't, because he's now literally demanding everyone else to help him out. This is not a good story. So if we raise rates, think of this. Because if inflation risk from energy rises, which it is, and if the Fed wants credibility, a hike cannot be ignored completely. No, a hike would likely shock markets, stocks could drop, yields could jump. Remember, I spoke to you a few moments ago about the bond market, way bigger than the stock market or any crypto for that matter. The dollar could strengthen and risk assets could take a hit. Now, this is why I am placed in the stocks that I am. This is why I am consistently winning. 232 trades, 227 wins. I'm always winning. Why I'm 99% of the time beating the market. I share all my trades live on the screen with you. It's all shared on Discord and Electrum. I've taken out 11 grand this morning to go towards my taxes. Otherwise, I would be over 300 grand just on my main account, plus the margin, plus the Roth IRA, nearly 700 grand now invested, and I started with 5,000. Think of that, folks. I mean, it's a major, major win, right? Okay, got to be careful. Don't just buy what you think is great and sexy and rock and roll. It's about protecting your money more than making it right now. And if you protect your money, you'll end up making more anyway. So why? Why could everything take a hit? Because markets would hear one clear message. The Fed is serious. Inflation remains dangerous and policy will stay tight. even with global risk, that would tell investors, do not expect rescue. Do not fight the Fed. You've heard that phrase before. Not yet. So while a hike may not be the consensus outcome, it remains a tail risk that traders must respect. So what to watch out for, what the markets are watching, and what are they focused on? So the market watching, what the market is watching going into Wednesday first, oil prices, number one. Too many people are ignoring oil prices and going, it's all right. No, it isn't. It takes a few weeks for it to be felt. And we haven't had the shock yet. We've had a little bit of a reaction, but we got markets booming again today, if you're in the right stocks, that is. But at the end of the day, the major reaction hasn't occurred. We've got another week for that, another week to 2 weeks before that happens. That's why Trump now is demanding everybody in Europe joins in this war, which he started. And they're going, no. This morning, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom says, we are not fighting in the Straits of Hormuz. We're not doing it. Trump's demanding it. You can't tell Europe what they have to do. You started the war. You're not the emperor of the world. So there's a major week. I cannot stress it enough. If oil continues higher, inflation concerns rise. Second, bond yields. Now, you've got to be watching bonds. I know it's boring. I don't find it boring. I love numbers. I love bonds. I love the bond market. But most people who watch our show find looking at bonds boring, or they don't understand it, and they don't pay any attention to it. I look at it all the time. I've got a screen literally above me designated to bonds. If yields jump, financial conditions tighten. Third, the dollar. A strong dollar can pressure risk. And fourth, equity breadth. Our market's broad. Oh, we got a message here from Kevin.
4773 has become a member. Welcome back then, Lucas Aid.
Oh, Kevin, I saw you on Discord this morning. You lost your membership for some reason. It didn't renew. And unfortunately, when that happens, we lose our friend connection and you're kicked from the server on Discord. I don't know if you've been talking about it in the chat, but Kevin from Vietnam, I think it's the same person. You've been kicked from Discord. You're not seeing this. You're not part of the service. You can always come back. Here is the link. I think you didn't renew or didn't have your Discord to renew. And unfortunately, it looks like you've been kicked from the server. If you come back in again, send me a friend request and I'll accept it and you won't lose any of your history. You can continue. But it did pop up this morning that there was an issue with your payment. So it didn't go through. Anyway, so equity breadth and the markets abroad or fragile. Fifth, gold. This is important. Let's focus on gold. Gold often reflects fear, inflation concerns, and policy uncertainty. Let me have a quick look at gold for you at the moment. Now, gold is flat. Now, you may remember I've said I would not be buying gold. Anyone who buys gold now is absolutely stark bonking mad, in my opinion. Sensei will go, get out of it, Martyn. I like gold. Sensei loves gold. I wouldn't be buying gold now. Absolutely not. No, I don't buy things to protect from fear. I don't buy things that hedge. I buy things that perform. If you don't perform, if you don't provide value, if you don't earn your living, you don't belong in my shed. It's as simple as that. Gold doesn't belong anywhere to me. I'm not buying it because I'm afraid of the market. I'm not buying it to hedge against the market. No, sirree. Absolutely not. I buy what makes money. I buy what I understand. And there's nothing to understand about gold. It just simply is what it is. And people buy it out of fear. Is crypto digital gold? No, Bitcoin is not. Been proved to be not. And it doesn't even hedge against inflation, as Saylor will tell you it does. All right. So anyway, gold is interesting. There is a time for gold, but for me, not now. But you need to be paying attention to it for the broader market. So, 6, volatility itself. Number 6, if volatility expands, that tells you positioning is stressed and confidence is weak. So be careful. Remember, it's easy to make money. The hard part is to keep it. Now, while I've been doing this, I've been checking my Discord to see if anybody wants my trades. Oh, yes, I see 8 people have just applied for Discord. 8 people, bloody hell, in the last few minutes. So let me interview you. All right, I'm not going to share with you the process on the screen, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to onboard you live on the show. So this is what we're going to do. Stand by. I'm going to do this for you now. So you're going to get now a message from me telling you that you need to go and watch. Oops, a daisy. You need to go and watch this video. It's a very short video, but it will tell you all about our server, the security measures, and to discover if you are a right fit for our server. Because we want the best server. We only want investors, serious investors. We don't, we're not interested in bots, trolls, salespeople. We're not interested in that. So I'm now doing it live. I'm literally now onboarding. I'm literally applying to your applications live right now. So if you've had a reply, now go and check it. You have a few minutes to watch this video. Take some time to do it now, and you can be onboarded if you are successful and do all the right things. Okay, you need to watch the video. It tells you all about the security measures. It'll also give you a question that you have to answer, and you have to watch it all the way through. There's no ads. It's not a YouTube video. And it will confirm to me that you actually understand the rules, understand what our server is about. If you want to join, there it is. There will be information about the trading course coming out this week, the newsletter, and all that good stuff. There's lots of perks. You can win Luca coins, which unlock free perks, unlock discounts, free newsletters, training courses, videos, all kinds of stuff. All right, so I'm now talking to another person. There's 8 people this morning who are applying for Discord. We have a limited number. We only permit like 2 out of 5 anyway. We get some people that aren't a right fit for our server. And let me see if I've got another one. Yeah, I've got another one just come in. Just please bear with me a second. Okay, I think we're up to date. I think everyone has been taken care of. Okay. Okay. Let me just do this. There's a lot of people all of a sudden applying. All of a sudden, I've got people applying. I knew today would be a very busy morning. Just please bear with me. I'm doing this all live. We've got 9. Okay, I've done it now. And if you get in and you've been accepted, the first thing you need to do is send me a friend request to secure your account. All of this is explained in the video. That's why you need to listen to the video all the way through. Okay, I think we are done. Okay, I'll come back to that shortly. Okay. All right, fantastic. Let's carry on. So, what's the time? We got 15 minutes before the bell goes. We're going to ring the bell in a minute. But first of all, I want to carry on with this story. There's more to bring you before the bell goes. Okay? If you've just joined, we've got a special week for the newsletter. Our training course comes out. There will be perks and explanations and a community all built around the training course, which comes out this week. New indicators from Sensei, chart indicators. I'm giving 3 people today 50% off. Every day for the rest of this week, this is the promotional week for the training course. I'm giving you 50% off. Only 3 people. Oh, one's gone already. One's gone already. There's only 2 left. So I've just posted it in the chat. Newsletter, 50% off. There's the code. There's the link. Only 3 per day for a week. That is it this week. There's 1 gone already today. If you want that, are we live? Yes, we're live. There's the clock. There's the time. So, well, I don't know why people ask me that. All right. Okay. Literally, the clock is on the screen. Okay, let's carry on. And I've given you the Discord information as well. In fact, I'm going to pin this to the top. Here we go. So it's there all the time. I don't have to keep saying it. All right. Here we go. Pin that. There will be live Q&A. I will be speaking to all of you shortly. Let me pin that to the top. There you go. Right, let's carry on. So, what traders, investors should be doing? What you should be doing right now to be prepared for this. So, how do we prepare for this? Number 1, respect the event. Respect your money. Like I've always said, it's easy to make money. The hard part is to keep it. Do not force trades. This is important. People very often, they believe in something. It's not a religion. You can't pray to God and say, God said Bitcoin's going to go up today. That's not how it works. I don't think God's sitting around buying Bitcoin. All right. People often do that. They make investing a religion. It's a very dangerous thing to do. In fact, if you are religious, you'll know that God or Jesus, I believe, turned over the tables of the very early stock market in the marketplace where they were trading coins. So, I don't think God's a fan of this anyway. And if he is a fan of it, he's not going to be telling you to go out today and gamble and guess. All right. He's going to say, use your noggin, use your brain. So do not force trade. Do not dream it. Do not imagine it. Do not believe in it. It's numbers. It's business. It's simple maths. All right. Respect the event. Do not force trades ahead of major risk. Number 2, know your levels. Support matters. This is why I always win. These are my trades. I'm always beating the market. 99 times out of 100, I beat the market. I never lose on a trade. These are my trades. This is the real clock. This is the real time. All right. All of it is on Electrum, live and on Discord, 24/7 if you are a pro member. All right. Support matters. Resistance matters. Invalidation matters. Number 3, reduce emotion. You'll notice I get very excited and passionate. Oh, we got a new member. Congratulations, James.
James 8531 has become a member.
You now get many members-only videos, members-only live streams. All our CEO interviews are members-only. You've got access now to YouTube exclusive content. If you comment below a video, I will post your comment. If it's a question, I will reply to most of my members' questions as well. Sometimes I reply with a voice message. There are special events for you. And if you consider going to Electrum, and then you get 2 events a week, which are just for Electrum, where I do free chart analysis. You can now request earnings calls. You can have stock analysis done. I will talk to you live in the chat. And we're members only in the chat. I will speak to you. You can call in live to the show. Many perks. And I make a promise to you, James, right here, right now. The membership will never go up, ever. Ever. And there's no inflation. Ever. No one does that. I do that. For 4 years, my memberships have never gone up. Yes, we've added newer ones, higher tiers, but we've never taken away anything from the tier you've had. In fact, we give you more, we never increase the price, and there is no inflation. Thank you very, very much for becoming a member. If anybody else wants to become a member, there's the link. So reduce emotion. You notice I never get emotional. I get excited about people. I get excited about winning. I get excited about growing our YouTube channel. I get very excited about that. I do not get excited about the movement of the market. I'm simply looking at numbers. There's no emotion involved. My members will tell you that when I trade, I just trade. And I'm not scared. I'm not bothered. It's not because I don't know or care or I'm ignorant of it. I'm just not emotionally attached to anything numbers-wise. They're just numbers. The stock doesn't know you own it. Reduce emotion. This is not a week for ego. Now, that's important. There are many people in the retail space. We have a lot of people on our channel, sadly. We're always trying to educate and teach. We get a lot of people on our server who are, really like gamblers and speculators, and they believe something, and they buy their favorite coin, and then they think, it owes them something, and there's some magic behind it. Here we go. I've got some people now coming in. Right. This is on Discord. You've watched the video. You know who you are. All right. You've watched the video. You've given me the correct number. I'm now going to give you the next link for you to enter Discord. You can now enter Discord. You've got a few minutes to pick your membership. Congratulations. I can't read the name out, obviously, for security purposes. You've been given a temporary role for a few moments. So if you go and check that now, you have a few moments to select your membership. I don't think anybody else has done it yet. Yeah, one person. Send me a friend request the moment you've done that, and I will accept you in. With Diesel Raider.
Diesel_Raider has become a member. Love being a bloody Lucasade. Fafo.
I love it. Fantastic. So this is not a week for ego. It is not. And this is important. This is a week for patience. And number 4, expect fake moves. The first move is not always the real move. In fact, very rarely it's the real move. Wait. Very often better deals come to you. Number 5, listen carefully. Not just the rate, listen to tone, listen to the language, listen to emphasis. Number 6, stay flexible. Do not marry one narrative. The market changes quickly, and so must you. I know some people get frustrated with me and they go, I can't keep up with Martyn. He's in, he's out. Yes, I am. I'm a long-term investor, but I'm always trading. Warren Buffett is always trimming. I don't buy every month and just sit in dollar cost average. We've shown you and proved to you mathematically, dollar cost averaging is for passive people that sleep their way into their pension. It is not the best way. Mathematically, it is not the best way to invest. It's okay if you don't want to study, if you don't want to work, if you're not bothered, you don't look at things, you pay no attention. It's better than doing nothing. But you didn't win because you're smart. You won because over time, everybody wins if you stay in assets that don't go bankrupt, that is, all right? So very important to understand that. It's not just a matter of dollar cost averaging, all right? You have to know what you own and move with the markets, move ahead of the markets, be proactive, not reactive, but sometimes you might need to. So investor's mindset, get the right mindset and you will win. I always win. And if you want to be part of my Discord, we've got the training course coming this week. All the chatter will be all over Discord in the Discord village. A lot of people are getting excited about the training course. It's going to be fantastic. Go alongside my trades. There is the membership link for YouTube and Discord in the chat. So for investors, the key is different. This is not always about catching every move. It's about managing exposure, managing risk. Last night on Discord, I said to people, I'm trimming my XRP. I'm rebalancing my portfolio. I made a profit. Now, some of you might not understand that because this morning you heard Sensei say about the XRP could break out, but he didn't say it will or it is. He said it might. Now, it doesn't matter whether it will or won't. You've got to manage your risk. Let me show you my exposure to crypto. Hardly out of crypto, am I? Even though I sold some XRP for a profit, I've still got $83,000 of crypto. Hardly nothing, is it? No. I'm 100% invested, 100% committed, 100% in margin. I couldn't be more invested. Do I take profit? Yes. Do I care if it goes up? No. As long as I'm always winning, as long as my portfolio is balanced. I'm not married to XRP. I'm not going to get an invitation from Brad Garlinghouse saying, thank you, Martyn, for owning XRP. He doesn't care less. No one cares. All right? Doesn't matter. So it's about managing your risk and managing exposure and understanding what the Fed means for the next chapter, not just the next hour. Ask yourself, if rates stay higher, which sectors cope best? If rates are cut, which sectors benefit most? If oil stays elevated, which businesses suffer? Which businesses gain? Think in scenarios, not predictions. That is how you stay grounded. That is how I always win. Let me show you my positions. This morning, I'd be way over 300 grand just on this position. If I go to my stocks and ETFs, 440,000 plus the money on the Roth IRA. I've got about 700 grand now invested with margin. So with 750,000 from 5,000, we couldn't be more bullish. All right. I couldn't be more in. All right. But these are my positions. XRP, I'm in. It looks like I'm down 12%. I am. I'm not going to convince you I'm not, but I've made money on every single trade of XRP. I've been making money for ages. That's how I've managed to build a bigger portfolio. I don't buy and hold. How the hell do you buy more if you do that? How did I get to 83,000? By trading, by improving. My 12% is the lots that are above and what's left. I've been buying at 38 cents and sold at $1. I bought at $1.16, sold at $1.50. I'm always making money. Always making money. Ethereum, I'm in that. I've been making money. I sold six Ethereum last night and made some money. I rebalanced. I'm not in Bitcoin. I'm not in Doge. That is simply dust. The S&P 500, my favorite asset. I bought back in that when it became 21.5 times earnings. I sold it at 30 times earnings. People were saying, why are you selling? Stay in the S&P. Idiots will say stuff like that. It's nonsense. Warren Buffett didn't do it. I didn't do it. I sold, I made money. I've started to buy back. Am I buying when it goes up? No. Is there a bigger crash coming? Yes. Is there a carry trade coming? Yes. Will we get movement on Wednesday? Yes. Will there be a recession? More than likely. Is inflation coming back? Yes. The list goes on and on and on. SGov, I'm out. That's the best treasury bill. That's what Buffett uses. He buys it directly, of course, from the treasury, but that's what retail investors do. We buy SGov, short-term treasury bills. We earn 4%. Am I parked in there now? No, that's the wrong time. Coca-Cola, the number one defensive play with the best growth. It's going to outperform the S&P. I made $40,000 on this trade. Everyone, please verify me now in the chat. If all my Discordians and all my Electrum members saw me and tell you that Coca-Cola was going to $80, say yes. If you saw me win, if you saw me trade it, if you saw all my trades shared on Discord and Electrum, say yes in the chat. Fact check me, verify me in front of the world. This is being made live. My members could say anything, all right? They're going to tell you the truth, okay? That's how we win, by sharing factual information. I then sold it. I then bought back and traded it again at 81. I bought back, and because I traded it over and over again, I've now got $93,000 in Coca-Cola. As you can see, everyone is telling you, yes, this is true. This is what happened. You can now see I've got 93 grand and I've got 633 being paid out in dividends. So it says I'm down, but I'm not down. I've made about $45,000 in total, and that's how I've managed to get 93,000 in Coca-Cola. This is a great, great position. $87 this year. Remainder. I've upped and increased my target. 96 next year. So it's the biggest part of it's one of the biggest parts of my portfolio, but not the biggest. The biggest is Google. I work for Google. I know more about this business than any other business because I see the ad, the CPM income. I see what businesses are spending with YouTube. So I know when this business is making money. I know when the economy is on the up. All right. I've got over 300 grand in Google with this and my Roth IRA. Special guest. Here we go.
At Diesel_Ada tipped $1.99 through Super Chat. What does being in margin mean, Plaza?
What does being in margin mean, please? It means using borrowed money. Diesel Radar, I thought you knew this. I will give you a video in a minute, what to watch. What is margin, how margin works. It means I'm using brokerage's money to borrow to buy more. So it means I can go up more. It means I can go down more as well. I'll give you the link. And my last position, and again, by trading, I've now got $84,000 in, and there's a small dividend payout as well, $4.61 of NVIDIA. And we're down 0.5%. Do we care? No. Bank of America, who I speak to, think it's going to $300 this year. And today is the big event, of course, for NVIDIA. We've got 2 minutes to go before the bell.
Invest.
There we go. We're getting ready to ring the bell. Now, Diesel Radar. And I'm surprised that you don't know what margin's about. I've spoke about it millions of times. So I'm going to show you how you find out about it. Go onto YouTube. Go onto the search bar. Go Martyn Lucas, investor, margin. Type in the word margin. There you go. And it will bring you up a video. Margin call live. What is margin? All my margin videos, okay? I'm not going to give you the link because there's loads of them. Type Martyn Lucas Investor, margin call, and you see all the margin call videos, margin call live, everything, so you'll understand all about it. And then go tax lots as well, how to always win, as I always do. Now, someone said to me this morning in Sensei's show, tax lots aren't available in the UK. They're available everywhere. It's called lots in the UK. Doesn't have to be about tax. It's just so you can separate your trades. Professional traders choose their lots. They don't just sell FIFO, first in, first out. They choose the lots they want to share. All right? Very, very important, that. Okay. We've got 1 minute to go. We're booming again. We're beating the market again. Let's get ready.
Memory price is skyrocketing. We have a positive piece today about Micron. But, David, it's not talked about enough, I think, because when you take Qualcomm to a sell, what you're really saying is the margins are being crushed because of memory prices. It's important.
And not just them, right?
We're going to ring the bell.
Everybody. You know what? I'm going to be talking
Tap the like button.
They're the only
Consider subscribing.
With this,
if you want all my trades live, Discord,
NVIDIA, because they saw it coming,
YouTube, and the newsletter. 3, 2, 1, here we go.
Jim, we'll talk more about it after the bell here. Let's get the opening bell on the CNBC Real-Time Exchange.
We're off, and we're making money again. We're beating the market again. Here we go. Every trade's a winner. We've never lost. Okay, let's rock and roll. We made 20 grand, I think, about a week ago. Let's go through our positions. Rock and roll, everybody. Here we go. Let's go straight into it, and let me show you all my positions. So, let's go. Here we go. The S&P up another 4,000. Sorry, my overall portfolio up 1.32. The S&P is up 0.85. We're beating the market again. All the trades shared on Discord and Electrum by appointment only. Only real investors can get into our server. There is my portfolio up nearly 3.5 grand today. The S&P up 0.89. I'm not buying it. I've already bought it. Oh, we just hit another high. We're now at $4,000 up. This could be another $10,000 day. Very, very nice indeed. What is moving? What is pumping? Now $4,000. Here we go. We're going to have another all-time high today. Virgin Galactic is up 2.24. I'm not buying that yet. Palantir, I'm not buying that. Too expensive. It's up 1%. Value investors always win the war. They might not always win the battle, but they always win the war. We've got gold up today. Amazon up 0.93. Apple up 0.74. Enphase Energy, my #1 pick this year, for $100. We bought this at 28. I told you it's going to $100. It's going to $100. It's now $45.56. We've never lost on a trade. Coca-Cola, there it is, going all the way back now to $81. and 87 by the end of the year. A new price target, a new increase. We got the World Cup, we've got the deal with Crocs, we've got the new CEO. Everything about this, $81 in the short term, 87 by the end of the year. My second best pick. I've made more money out of this than any stock in the last 12 months. Absolutely fan-flipping-tastic. You're welcome, by the way. J&J, I told you it was a $200 stock. Jim Cramer talked absolutely nonsense when he said he sold it. He didn't. The talcum powder thing was a load of nonsense, and he knew it. Doesn't care. He just wants you to watch the TV and listen to rubbish. Chevron oil going down today. We'll look at the oil price in a moment. Tesla on the way up. McDonald's defensive on the way up. Google, my third best pick this year. Google up to date, 0.39. I'm loving it. $400. Microsoft, too expensive. Meta going to $800. I told you this was going to go up. It's going up to $800. Nvidia, it's their week this week. This is going straight back to $200. And it's running right now. There it goes. Boom, 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 boom. My portfolio is now up $4,200. We're beating the market. Again, we're smashing it. And we've just taken out 11 grand to go on tax. And we're going straight back to where we were before we left. It's absolutely unbelievable. Woohoo! Walmart is down slightly. Tilray Brands is a joke stock. It's for gamblers. Robinhood. I sold all of my Robinhood. I told you it was going to sell off, and now you can see it's doing that. Too expensive. Too expensive. Vertical Aerospace. We have the number one analysis in the world for this. That sounds a bit of a claim, but it's true. Vaz talks directly with everyone, the teams at Vertical Aerospace, Joby, and Archer. You'll be seeing CEOs on the show, all of it. These are all pumping. Why? Because it's now here in my garden. Yes, we've got these EVTOLs literally about to land in my back garden at DFW Airport. That's where I live, in Dallas. These are all about to explode. Bitcoin, psychologically, $70,000. We're through. We're at 74,000. Now we can go to 100,000. Am I buying it? No. I'm not buying it. I'm in XRP and I'm about to trim as well. I don't care whether it goes to $5, $10, $1 million. All I care about is I make money and it goes up. Because all I'm bothered about is selling before the 155.60 where everybody else starts taking their profits. And they will. And they most certainly will. So I'm making money, 149. Look at this. I sold a couple of days, yesterday, I sold 60,000 or 6,000 coins, I think it was. I can't remember. For 143. And people went, what are you doing? It's about to explode. Do I care? That is my portfolio, up 5.5 grand again today, beating the market again. Do we care? No, we're not married to the stock. I don't want the t-shirt. I literally don't want the t-shirt. When Brad Garlinghouse was giving everyone t-shirts, I said, I don't want one. I don't want one. I don't want the t-shirt. I don't want to be married emotionally in any way to this asset. I'm here to make money. That's it. All I do is make money. Don't apologize for that. Ethereum up. We've got 18 grand's worth of Ethereum. So there we go. There is the rundown for the day. Absolutely fantastic. So let's wrap up this live stream because I'm going to be doing live Q&A in a second, answering everybody's questions. So what I'm going to do now is switch over to members only. We're going to onboard people into Discord. We're going to do an on-stage event in Discord, and we'll do one-on-one support as we do every Monday for everybody. So lots going on. Then we have the pro on-stage events twice a day for everybody else, for all our pro members. So let me just turn this now members only, because we're going to go to Q&A as I give you the big issue, what you need to be prepared for on Wednesday. Oh, we are in members only mode. We've been in members only mode the entire time. Oh, that's good. Good. Yep, members only mode all the time as far as I'm concerned. Brilliant. Okie dokie. So let me wrap this up. So here is the big issue. And if you want to consistently win, there is the link to Discord. There it is on YouTube. And there is the newsletter. One left. 50% off today. There's only 3 available per day. We've given away 2. We've got 1 to go. The training course is out this week. You'll get all the buzz, perks, benefits. We're giving away Luca coins where you can trade in our casino, our gaming channel. Absolutely awesome. And it'll unlock benefits, perks, free newsletters, all kinds of videos, training course snippets, all kinds of stuff you can get in Discord. The whole community, the whole village works together. The newsletter, Discord, everything here based on YouTube. All right, look at my portfolio. Can you believe it? So let's wrap this up and then go to Q&A. So the big issue, what you need to be aware of, how to win. I will onboard Discord people that have applied. I've got another 2 or 3 now. And here it is. The bigger issue this week may not just be about Wednesday. It may be about the message ahead. What does the Fed see next? Do they believe inflation is controlled? Do they? I don't think they will, but we'll find that out. Do they think inflation is controlled? Do they believe growth is slowing? Do they believe geopolitical risk can feed through into the real economy? Because if the answer is yes, then this meeting could shape expectations for weeks ahead, maybe longer. That is why this matters so much. So let me ask you a question. What is your call? Hold rates? Cut rates? Hike rates? What do you think? The Fed does, what will the Fed do on Wednesday? And more importantly, what do you think the market does after the decision? Tell me below when you watch this later in comments. Tell me live in the chat. I want to know your base case and your biggest risk. So my view is simple. Preparation wins. It's why I'm always winning. Look at my portfolio. Look at it. Look at it. Always winning. Shared everything live with you. It's fantastic. We'll be taking profits in a minute, I'll tell you that, and I'll be sharing it on Discord what I'm going to be selling. I will not be just sitting here blindly hoping for the best. That is not a strategy I even consider. Preparation wins. This is a week to be alert, not reckless, to be ready, to be reactive, to be disciplined, not emotional, because big events create big opportunity, but only for those who stay composed. So watch oil, watch yields, watch the dollar, watch volatility, watch the Fed, and watch the tone. Wednesday could be huge. This decision matters. This message matters. This week matters. Huge week, folks. So there we go. There's my information in preparation for the Fed. I hope you enjoyed all that information. I hope you've tapped the like button and I hope you've considered subscribing. I really do appreciate it. But get ready. Get ready for it. We're now going to do live Q&A, and I am going to go over to Discord shortly to do my Discord event for everybody, one-on-one video calls, Q&A, and everything. Let me what was I going to do? And there's something I was going to do. Oh yeah, Discord. Have I got anyone to onboard? Let me refresh. I've got people joining all the way through. They're $5.5 grand now. How about that? Oh, wonderful. I can now welcome a new member into Discord. For security reasons, I'm not going to call your name out. Thank you so much indeed. Have you sent me a friend request? He went through the process. He watched the video. He did everything right. Absolutely great. Welcome to you. Send me a friend request now and I will accept it. I'm not going to give the name out on the show. I will be talking to you in Discord shortly. I'll be doing an on-stage event. All right. Fan-flipping-tastic. This is great. This is great. I'm really excited because this is one of the first people to come through our new level of security. We've ramped up our security and it's much better. We now have no bots, no trolls, no scammers, no AI. It's absolutely wonderful. This was important as we now go into our big explosion with the newsletter, the training course. We're going to have a lot of people join, and we want the best service, not the biggest service. And we've made it very, very selective now how we allow people in. It works. It's wonderful. Right. Let me have a quick look of what I might be selling and then do Q&A. I'm not going to tell you live on the show. We're not going to be front run. We're not going to make any silly mistakes like that. Let's have a look at XRP very quickly. I'm not going to give you my trades. That is for Discord and YouTube members. But I've got a lot of information I'm not going to share with you here. Let me have a look at my lots. Okay, so here we go. Let me have a look at lots. Now, you might have it as tax lots. You might have it as just lots. Just find a brokerage all over the world that provide this. Tax lot order. Search by tax lots. Okay, cost basis. Okay, so all of these lots are out of the money. This is why we trimmed on the way up. These are all out of the money. My highest lot is at 191. There's a lot of selling pressure throughout these lots. My lowest lot, you see at the bottom of the screen, is 151. Well, we're very, very close to that now. Now we're building a forever position. That doesn't mean we join the fan club and buy the t-shirt, but we've made money. We've made a lot of money from it. We're not here to join fan clubs. We're here to make money. We're looking at some lots above the minimum. That's all I'm going to say. Ethereum. Now, Ethereum, we might have some lots here that are in the money. Let's go and have a look. Let's go to tax lots. Let's go to sell lots. There we go. We do. There we do. Right, we have these two positions here, which are in the money. Now, if we look at that, we've got basically 2,200. That's where we bought it. We're up $38. Well, if we roughly just calculate that, 10%, which is what I like to make on any crypto trade. Otherwise, why are you buying it? Because you've got to allow for the spreads. You've got to put your limit order in. Make sure you pay the right price. Don't just go sell. But you've got to allow for, your brokerage's fee, because there is fees with crypto. Remember, the brokerage always wins. If we go 10%, that would be $200. Well, it's 38. So if we go 5%, that would be $100. So we're about 1.75% profit on that. What's a profit's a profit, but that isn't worth it. And it would be worth it. It absolutely would be worth it. $39 is a profit. If I thought for any reason that Ethereum was going to drop to 50% down right now, I would do it because it'd be a profit and then take that money to buy back lower. I don't think that though. So we're not going to look at that. We're going to leave that. Right, now we've got a lot of margin. We've got a huge amount of margin, which we don't mind having. You can see just about everything now is turning green. My S&P is up, which is great. That's my kind of forever money, but that doesn't mean I just can't sell it. But we're not buying it on the way up because there'll be a bigger crash in September. But we're up now. That's great. SGov, we don't need to go safe right now. We don't want hedges. We don't want gold. We don't want to sit parking our money in cash. So we're not putting it there. Well, what about Coca-Cola? What about Coca-Cola? We've now got our dividend. We're going to get paid regardless. Got $633. I could sell the whole bloody lot and still get $633. Do I want to sell it? Well, why do we own Coca-Cola? Well, we bought it to make money, number one, but also to protect our account. Let me explain what I mean by that. So it's at, I'm making loads of money. It's great. It's up. I'm now up 0.5%. $370. That's wonderful. Be $100,000 in any moment. It's 17%, 18% of my portfolio. If I sell it now, I still got the 633, so I can sell it all. I can take profit. Lovely. Why do we own it? It's not just about the profit. We have to know what the business is worth. Well, we know it's worth $87 now. I've increased it this year. Well, That means we've got growth. But also, with the volatility, what's happening in Iran right now, people are moving into defensive plays. Doesn't mean it's free, doesn't mean it's guaranteed, doesn't mean it's going to go up 100%, but it does mean it's more likely to go up when people sell their tech. But if the market crashes, which it will in September, October, I'm 100% certain of that, there's some macro condition dramatically changes, and I don't see any sign of it at the moment, the market will come down, and so will Coca-Cola. It's not like Coca-Cola is free money. It never comes down. It's a hedge. It's some sort of magic blanket. It's not. But it's too early to sell. All right, so we're moving away. We'll let that one go. What about Google? Now, Google, you'll look at that and go, but you haven't made any money. Well, those that just dollar cost average would not be selling today because they'd go, oh, I've not made any money. I can't sell yet. I'm out of the money because my average, we don't do averages here. That's for comic book YouTube channels that don't know what they're talking about, right? Averages is not what we do. We're not interested in averages. We're interested in lots, each individual trade winning. If you bought 5 houses and one was making money and one was losing money, would you sell all your houses together? Well, of course you wouldn't. Who the bloody hell would do that? Well, that's what people do. It's stupid, right? You sell the house that's making profit, renovate the one that's losing money and do it up and then sell it for profit. That's what you do. Well, stocks are the same. Businesses are the same. But if we go into our trades on Google, we can actually see tax lots. We can see, what have we got? We got loads of profit. We've got all these lots here. If we search from the bottom, cost basis, from the bottom, we could go sell, 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 sell. Now, what would that do? That would give me $24,000. 24,000. Oh, I've got a special guest. Stop the show a minute. We got a special guest. Here we go.
At Tidy Big Dog 2407 tipped £4.99 through Super Chat. Hi Martin Hamad missed $5 Super Chat.
I don't understand what you mean. I missed the Super Chat. I've just read it out. I don't know what you mean. This is these... Yeah. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry, Tidy Big Dog. Thank you for the Super Chat, but I don't know what that means. We've got $24,000 of credit. That's nice. Pay off the margin. $24,000. Bloody right. Make $500 profit. Very small profit on that, but a profit nevertheless. I mean, $500 profit is very nice indeed. 24,000, so 2,400 is 10%. 1,200 is 5%. So about 2% profit. About 2% profit, 2% profit, 2% profit. I've got no problem with selling that if I think, and we could dramatically go down on Wednesday. Nothing, so I could sell that, make 2%, free up 24 grand, and then buy the dip on the FOMC report. Nothing wrong with that. But today I'm not going to do that, but I could. Now, if I cleared these ones, and if I cared about my average, which I don't, if I sold that there, so that's kind of halfway up the list, that might... no, it wouldn't, actually, looking at the average. My average would slightly go up. So even though I'd make money on it, I'd make profit on it, people would say, oh, your average has gone up, you're an idiot. No, you're an idiot, because averages aren't important, right? What's important is I sold and made money on that lot, okay? So I could do that, but I don't feel bearish on Google. I don't feel bearish at all, and I've got my margin very much under control, and I'm never going to get margin called, so I'm not worried. What about NVIDIA? Now, NVIDIA is a different story. NVIDIA is a lot more expensive. However, it's got a $300 target on it. For me, $250. Bank of America is saying $300. All right. And today, of course, we've got the big week with We've got the whole week with Jensen. We'll be covering it later. So there's lots and lots and lots and lots going on with this stock this week. So momentum is on our side. However, we've got the trouble with the war, right? So let's look at our lots, see what we got here. Now, again, same thing. We've got some lots at the bottom starting to make money. We could go click, 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 and we could free up $43,000. Well, 10% would be 4,300. These are just rough numbers, folks. 2,100 would be 5%. And there it is. I've got $2,000 profit. I've got 5% profit. Now that's where I start selling. Absolutely. Why not? Put 43 grand in my portfolio, pay off some margin, reduce 4% interest payments, make 5%. Nothing wrong with that. This stock trades on this stock trades on momentum. We've got momentum. It could go back down again. More likely will go back down again. More likely will. Yes, 300 is a target for Bank America. 250 is a target for me. But it's 5% profit. But more importantly, I'm saving 4%. Now remember, I'm saving 4% over 12 months. I'm not saving 4% today. So it's not like I can get 5% on the profit and 4% on the interest. Oh, 9% in a day. Oh, sell it then. No, 4% is over the 12 months. Okay. Well, over 12 months, I'll be paying down my margin. I'll be trimming and selling for much higher levels. So I might save, a dollar today. All right. And then tomorrow I buy back and I'm back in it again. I don't know. But that's where I start getting interested. 5% is 5%. And this is how I keep beating the market. And this is how I end up with more and more stock at better prices. And that is how I'm up $5,300 today. It's about winning. It's about always winning and never losing. That's how you do it. That's what Wall Street does. That's what Buffett does. That's what I do. That's what investors do. People say, oh, you're just a trader. Call me what you want. I don't care. Give me any name you want. I'm just winning. I'm just making money. And you cannot be married to a stock. You've got to take profit. At the end of the day, why did you buy it? Oh, yeah, but you pay more tax. Stuff paying tax. I couldn't care less. I've got no problem paying taxes. I try to avoid it, try to pay less, put expenses in and, run an efficient business. At the end of the day, though, I don't not sell because I might pay tax. It's ridiculous. That's like saying, what if I work 24/7 and I earn $1 million on YouTube? Oh my God, you're going to pay $250,000 of that in taxes. Well, yeah. But I've still got 750,000 left, haven't I? Sit on my ass, do nothing, don't earn any money, don't pay any tax. Yeah, but you got no money. Exactly. The point is, earn money, make money, be efficient with your taxes, but don't not buy, don't not sell because you pay taxes. I mean, that's bonkers, isn't it? Anyway, there we go. I'm just about to wrap this up. Special guest.
Geopolitical tipped MX $100 through Super Chat. Cheers, Mr. Martyn. Having myself a delicious guava margarita to your name. Enjoying the weather in Playa del Carmen with a beautiful XRP winning streak. Blessings, sun with face emoji, cocktail glass.
Lovely. Thank you, Jacko, for that. That's very kind. Thank you. I'll take Leah out for a cocktail happy hour tonight. Thank you very much indeed. How lovely is that? All right. So let's wrap this up. I've got to go over to Discord in a moment. And do our Discord event, onboarding people, show them how it works, provide one-on-one service, talk to everybody. That's coming up in a minute. But before I do, I have a very special video, world premiere, never seen, never heard, to share with you. I'm really, really excited about this. As you know, I'm also the world piano man. I sing, I entertain, I do a piano show every Friday, and I've got something I'd like to share with you, something very special. What you're about to hear is something I'm very confident you have never heard before. All right? Very, very confident. I'm going to let you hear something now which you've never heard before. And these songs, this little video I put together that I'm going to sing to you, unedited, live, made for you, was let me just refresh this. I've just a bit of an error here. Was created, recorded, composed by a singer who was completely deaf. And what a lot of people don't know is he was the man that inspired Elvis. And Elvis himself did impersonations of him. And he said he was the man that brought us rock and roll. Quite incredible. And you've never heard of him. And the history is incredible. And people across America are trying to revive this guy and bring it back. It is absolutely beautiful and incredible that he wrote this music and he was deaf. He was like Beethoven. He couldn't hear what he was singing, and yet he wrote this stuff. So he was the one that started rock and roll. Elvis spoke about it. He was inspired by him. It's just incredible. Frank Sinatra said he was the greatest singer, and yet I guarantee you've not even heard about him. It's unbelievable. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to end this live stream. I'm going to go in the Discord in about 20 minutes. I'm going to have a quick bit of breakfast, but I'm going to send everybody now to this world premiere. I would love if you'd like to join me on my passion of what my soul, what I am about behind the music. I'd love you to join me. Just a few minutes, watch this live premiere and think about this guy was the man that started rock and roll. He was what influenced Elvis, and it was written while he was deaf, and it's just nuts. When I found out about it, I had to record it, and I thought, bloody hell, this is amazing. So what I'm going to do is that the premiere is set. Look at that, $6,000 now, folk. We're making so much money. It should be illegal. The premiere was set to go live in an hour, but I'm going to change it to go live in 5 minutes. So I'm going to change it right now. It's going to go live at 9:05, and then I can go into Discord. All right, 9:05. There we go. That's in 5 minutes. I'm going to do Q&A as well before I go. So let me do that. 9:05. Save that. Right. Okay. Have I done that right? I'd love you all. I really would love it if you would join me for this premiere. You've never heard this before, and watch it all the way through, because tells a story. The song trilogy, it goes into a different part and it tells you a story. And I hope you like it. I really do. I hope you'll join me. So let me do Q&A. I've got a few minutes, so let me do that. Switch back to there. Martyn Lucas Investor. Yeah. Okay, change that to there. Switch there. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to give you the link for it now. I wonder if anyone will be interested in this. It's very personal. I think it's pretty amazing what the guy did. Anyway, so this is it. It goes live in a... I'm going to do Q&A first. So let me... give you the link for it. It will take you there automatically. So live next. Live world premiere. From time to time, I like to share these things with you. There you go. Live world premiere. Okay, watch it all the way through, and you can then see more songs on my music channel. There's a whole playlist of every style, from country to rock to ballads to classical to music. To musicals. There's a whole thing. But anyway, let me do some Q&A. So there it is. That's going to go live in just 3 minutes, and I'll end. So before I go, let's try and answer some questions. And right after the premiere, once you've watched it, in about half an hour, I'll be after my breakfast. I will be in Discord. Okay. Let's go up a little bit. Good points, well made. Thank you, Kurt. I'm not sure what you were referring to, but I presume it was the show. I don't know. Liz is here. Diesel Raider is here. Hike says Jacko. Hold says Subwoofer. Take some off the top. Buy some from your bottom if you believe your portfolio and be ready to change a drop of a hat. Tidy Big Dog. Hike XRP hits 149. Zero rate cut. Carry trade hits. Economies crash. XRP and the Lucasade emerge on top. Always. We'll always win. We'll always make money. 2.2 up portfolio. Let's see. Martin, I did $5 super chat to do an analysis on Grab holding during the Trump speech last week. I think you forgot to do it. Amia. No, I don't remember what happened, but it doesn't work like that. Let me explain. As a member, which you are, you can book an analysis. Okay, you can. However, at the moment, I've got a bit of a list. I'm working down the list. You've seen me do. I did 2 last week on an Electrum event. All right. So what I'm asking you at the moment, I'm not taking any requests to do any more analysis. All right. It's a $10 minimum super chat, and I'm not taking any at the moment. So I did do a $5 super chat to do analysis on Grab holding during the Trump speech last week. I think you forgot to do it right now. Would you do it now or sometime later today? If you go onto Martyn Lucas Investor YouTube, type in Martyn Lucas Investor, Grab. I've got Grab already done a few months ago, but still very relevant. GRAB. Grab stock analysis. I've already done one. Go and do it. I'm not taking requests at the moment. However, if you are an Electrum member, twice a week, I do Electrum events where I do it for free. If you're the first, I do 1 or 2 if you're the first person to request it. All right. But at the moment, I'm not taking any paid ones. They are $10 anyway, but the list, there's too many for me to do. So I'm not taking any at the moment. All right. Give it a few chances for they should know by now they'll be gone. It's Tidy Big Dog. I'm not sure what you mean. Are we live? Okay, I'm not going to keep answering that. Ethereum is 2,300. Amir, thanks for asking in a polite way. Martin definitely didn't see it last time. If he didn't get to it, it's obviously didn't do it on purpose. No, I'm always here. I don't miss anything. Okay, it takes me a while to do everything. No.
At Tidy Big Dog 2,407 tipped £1.99 through Super Chat. Cheers, Bossman, great show.
Thank you very much indeed, Tidy Big Dog. He will see it in chat. When you said it, goes to the chat and get to you. Thank you, David, from a previous show. There we go. Thank you. I hope that explains it. That one there. Wow, said David. Here comes the premiere. Look at this, folks. It's going to be special. Go Dallas Stars tonight, says Cameron. Chuck Berry. Johnny Be Good. It's not that. It's not that. Milli Vanilli. Oh my God. A blind piano tuner. You couldn't get any better. There we go. Johnny Ray. And the deaf feel the beat. He felt it all through his jaw. It's why he does all this weird jaw thing. He got it through his jaw. It's incredible. Great show, Martin. Be watching the premiere. Cheers. Thank you. The premiere is starting now. Sorry to just get excited about XRP until it gets anywhere near where its value should be. It doesn't have value, Dino stuff. Don't just assume it has a value. It doesn't work like that. Ripple does. XRP doesn't. All right, it's purely speculative. Hi, Martin, your only friend is here. Hi, Martin, your only friend is here. What do you mean, my only friend? I can't believe it took you nearly a year to send me a friend request on Discord. I can't believe it. Anyway, the premiere's about to start. I've given you all the link. Please go and watch the premiere now. Watch it all the way through. It damages the video if you don't. Please leave me your thoughts and comments underneath. It'll take you there automatically. Something incredible. This guy was the guy who influenced Elvis and rock and roll. I've recorded a special tribute, and it's being brought back to America. And he also was deaf. It's incredible. It'll take you there automatically. Please watch this through. I'll see you back on the closing bell. I'll see everybody on Discord in about 20 minutes after this. Thank you ever so much, guys. That's it from me. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye for now.